I'm so excited to see everyone here. My name's Caroline Collins. I'm a news anchor at Fox 26 Houston and your MC for the day. Welcome! The 20th anniversary celebration of the TWEF International Women's Leadership Summit Luncheon. I'm told that we have visitors from all around the world in here today. That is just so exciting. And I think it's only appropriate if all of you from Houston or from Texas help me give everybody a big Texas welcome. So on 3, can I get a big hi, y'all? 1, 2, 3. Hi, y'all. I love that. I was like, I can't pull that off by myself. Everyone looks so good, sounds so good for a Monday morning. It's like you all didn't have a Sunday fun day. I also want to give a big welcome to some of our special guests in the house tonight. Farouk Shami, Frank Espy, Dr. Kevin Storr, Ron Deshay, Orimi Fujita from Tokyo, and the beautiful Fox 26 reporter, Dominique Keith over here, my good friend as well. And we also have the incomparable, fabulous, fierce Miss Tyra Banks in the house today. How exciting! So my script here, right here, it says that I've been practicing my smizing all week for this. I've been practicing that my whole entire life, okay? I mean, come on, I grew up watching Tyra Banks. She taught me how to use my eyes to work the camera. Why do you think Dart hired me at Fox 26? I mean, come on, I know how to work that camera. She taught me confidence and just how to feel good in my own skin. And I know that that's a big theme here today. So I'm just so excited to be standing up here as your MC. So if you see me working that camera, it's probably because Tyra's around. Is she in here? Okay. That's the main camera, so I got you. Well, as you're all getting settled, feel free to continue eating, drinking, whatever. I do want to give you a little background on this incredible organization. TWEF provides service and mentorship to families from all walks of life. 20 years ago, Deavra Daughtry, the organization's founder, set out to help families reach their fullest potential in the areas of personal development, business, education, finance, and socioeconomic development. On top of all that, Deavra built an organization that also provides annual scholarships and empowerment programs for these families. To date, TWEF has given away almost $500,000 in scholarships, and I think those efforts are worthy of a big round of applause. Now, you will get an opportunity to meet and hear from Deavra Daughtry as well as some of the program's Eagle Scholars that we have here today a little bit later. But in the meantime, let's officially get things underway. So we have made it really easy for those of you who would like to donate toward TWEF's efforts. You may notice right there on your tables, it should be in the center of your tables, there's a little QR code. It's all throughout the venue today. You might see it elsewhere if it's not on your table. You can scan those mobile codes and it'll on your phone, and that's a way that you can make donations straight away, just like we do on Fox 26. We're always telling you guys to download our news app by scanning a QR code. I love it. So we have an amazing experience planned for all of you today. Coming up shortly, we will have the recognition of our supporters and our sponsors, the presentation of our first awards, and the moment that you've all been waiting for. My script again says a fireside chat, but I think it's more of a fashionable chat with the one and only Dominique Keith and Tyra Banks. So we're looking forward to that. But before we do that, let's enjoy this amazing lunch that has been prepared for us. Lunch is now served, so bon appetit, or as the script says, y'all, let's eat. Among the many things to celebrate about TWEF's efforts over the past 20 years is the work they've done to empower women. From personal development to business education, TWEF has done it all. With all the progress this organization has helped to create, there is still much more to be done. Here to tell us how men who empower her is Brett Jones. He's the senior pastor of Grace Church, where he has diligently served with his wife since 1985. He also serves as the interfaith chaplain at George Bush Intercontinental and William P. Hobby Airport. In 2023, he released his debut literary notification book, The Changeover Principle: Foundational Truths for Building the Life of Legacy, that will surely inspire you to establish a mentor in your life. Please welcome Brett to the stage.
I don't think we can overemphasize and overstate the importance of heart. Deavra's heart for others is legendary. I've had the privilege of being Deavra's pastor for several years. Deavra doesn't just talk it, Deavra walks it. This great lady has put 500 students through various camps and retreats. There's no doubt that Deavra is an accomplished businesswoman, but she is a businesswoman with soul. Deavra, we honor you today for making all of this possible and for sharing your great heart with every one of us. God bless you.
All right, now Reggie Van Lee is a world-renowned philanthropist and an arts advocate. He's an executive partner and managing director at Alex Partners and a senior advisor at the Carlyle Group. Prior to Carlyle, Reggie spent 32 years at Booz Allen Hamilton, where before retiring as executive vice president, he led numerous business units across multiple industries. He was named one of the top 25 consultants in the world by Consulting Magazine, selected as a Washington minority business leader by the Washington Business Journal, and named Black Engineer of the Year by Black Engineer Magazine. He holds both a Bachelor of Science and a Master of Science in Civil Engineering from MIT and an MBA from Harvard University. Reggie had a dream to be somebody, and through his drive and support from his family and his community, he was able to make those dreams come true. He's committed to encouraging and guiding others to help fill their full potential. Reggie, I'd like to welcome you to the stage.
Our special guest is an icon. She's a Harvard Business School alum, like myself, Stanford visiting professor, and two-time Emmy Award winner. As one of the most iconic models in the history of fashion, she has collected a long list of firsts as she broke down multiple barriers in the modeling industry. Twice she has been counted among Time Magazine's most influential people in the world for her outsized contribution in entertainment, fashion, and culture. She is an astute businesswoman and is now an ice cream entrepreneur and founder of the innovative and global ice cream company Smize and Dream, with outposts in Dubai and soon in Australia and the United States. It's my pleasure to introduce her today. Please welcome Ms. Tyra Banks.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Hello to you.
Tyra, thank you so
Hi.
much for being here with us. You look lovely,
So do you.
as usual. You know, it's so fitting that the Women's Empowerment Foundation would host such an empowering and inspiring woman like Tyra Banks. TWEF and Deavra Daughtry, they do so much for the kiddos in particular. You know, but it can be really difficult for kids to find their way. Unlike you were modeling since 15 years old.
Yeah, real
Oh my
early.
goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. So and we do have a few youngsters in the room. For the kiddos who are still trying to find their way through the career maze, what's your best advice for them?
Yeah. I think there's so much pressure for the youngins. Where's the high schoolers in the room? Where are you guys at? Where are we?
Woo, they're quiet. There they are.
Oh, they're like, we're supposed to be. We were instructed to be. We took lots of beautiful pictures. Hi, girls. I think there's so much pressure to feel like you need to know who you are, what you want to be, what you want to do. And I always say that this is a time in life to try everything. To try everything. Every hairstyle, every outfit, you can date, and because you're on that path to knowing. And even when you get to college, you might change your degree. I have people that I mentor now, and they're like, but I started with this, and now I want to do this, and I feel like a failure, and I've lost time. And it's like, no, this is the time to try and try and try, and it's okay. You're going to figure it out.
I think I've tried every hairstyle. That might not be such a good thing.
Well, I have every hairstyle in my closet. And today we have a little Sophia Loren.
Love it. It's working for you, girl. I love it. You've broken down so many barriers. I mean, I can remember, me and my besties cheering so loudly when you got, you were the first Black woman on the cover of Sports Illustrated. You've done so many things. As someone who has broken down those barriers, what tips would you give to others who, maybe want to try to blaze a trail for themselves?
Yeah. So being first is hard. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are the first something in this room, whether you're in high school, whether you're in the entertainment world, whether you're in the business world. And first is hard because you break through, you get the scrapes. Sometimes you're getting paid less, getting respected less. I remember there were times when I was getting 90% paid less.
Oh my goodness.
For sometimes being first.
Wow.
And I would cry to my mom, and sometimes I'd be like, well, maybe I need to do something else. And she says, perception is reality. So you're on the cover of that magazine, and people think you're getting paid as much as the white girl, and you're not. But you keep going and going and going, and you're going to get paid more than her.
Wow.
And she was right. But it took time, and it took that knowing that when you are first, there is a lot of that. But I thank my mom for having me to keep going. Yeah.
Wow. So don't quit.
Don't quit. Just keep going. And it's kind of hard to exist and know that you're existing for beyond yourself. But my mother, again, constantly reminded me that by me breaking down that door, sure, it's helping my career, but it's also helping that Black girl that did not ever dream it because she didn't even know it was possible. And I have a funny example. So many years ago, Sports Illustrated swimsuit, they did like a 2-hour kind of award show thing on CBS. And they were doing the top 10 covers of all time countdown. And I think I was like number 2 or something like that.
Wow.
And so I was watching all night. All these women were getting on the stage and saying, it was my dream. I always wanted to do this. And I just wanted to, and my dream came true. And I got on the stage and I was like, this wasn't my dream. All y'all dreaming, this wasn't my dream, because I didn't think it was possible.
Wow.
I never saw anybody on there or to even think that was possible.
Wow.
Cut to years later, there was a young girl by the name of Danielle Harrington, American Black girl. And she was the next Black model after me to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Wow. And she said she saw my cover and she dreamed and worked hard
and she knew it was
to make it come
because
true.
Of you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
That's so beautiful. Wow. And being a model and breaking into that industry is so difficult. But America's Next Top Model, your show that was out for years that we all love, it really changed the face of who can become a model. And even now we're seeing so many different body types represented, so many different colors and sizes and heights. And that's all because of America's Next Top Model. I mean, was that on purpose?
That's what I set out for the show to do. My partner and I, Ken Mock, he's a Chinese American. And we knew that the fashion industry was so narrow. If you put on the lens of today and go back, people go, oh, Tyra, you just look like every other model. I was 25, 30 pounds heavier than the average model, so I was black and curvy. When I look back then, I look black and skinny to me. But back then, I was different and unique, and that was kind of it. And so we really wanted to break down barriers and cast women that were not typically chosen in the fashion industry. And also to reach into the Black community and to cast women that would never be chosen in the modeling industry. And I never understood, I was like, why is it okay to go to the trailer park, but not okay to go to the hood to discover women? And so I felt like, I was like, I want to discover girls from where I was from. I'm from Inglewood, California. I want to put on girls that people didn't even know what this was, a plus size model, which at the time was a size 12, which is a joke. But that's what when that was so different and so unique. And then as the show became more popular, I was able to do shorter. And we had a woman that was experiencing, going through a path to blindness, autism, alopecia, vitiligo. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. And, you know, it was super revolutionary at the time. And I know we broke open that door. And now it's busted through.
Yeah, we're still seeing those models represented.
And yes, we had a lot to do with that. But the big responsibility of why it's burst through is because brands feel forced because of social media. And if they don't make a change, then they get called out. And so that's what. We busted open the door and social media just said, Yeah.
Social media is very important in that aspect.
Yeah. I mean, it's a double-edged sword.
Right. And so for the kiddos who have that dream of becoming a model and they've been trying, at what point do perhaps they move to plan B?
You know, back in my day, modeling was the powers that be have to choose you and give you a job. It's like everybody in this room is a model. You have a camera phone, child. You know, you can take pictures and become popular and do something that you love, and you can make money if you're very clever. Right? It's not about the powers that be anymore. The power has shifted. It's now in the power of everybody that has a phone.
Love that. Wow.
Yeah.
Take control of it yourself. And you have been absolutely resilient. You've done so many different things. How do you handle, you know, when the industry starts to say no? For you, it's just like, okay, well then I'll take this route. I'll take this route.
Yeah.
You've done it so gracefully and so beautifully.
So one thing on the runway that I used to kind of be known for was, the walk. But when I got to the end, it was the pivot, child. It was the turn and then a whoop turn. And so in my career, I just pivot. And I think it is so important for all of us in this room to have the sniff and to know when something is kind of getting stale in our lives, right? And when to continue to go forward, when to, twist it up a little bit, and when to say, I got to get out of this, whether it's a job or a relationship, And so my mother, she used to tell me, when I was modeling, that you're an image, you're a brand, you're an item on a shelf. They're not talking about Tyra when they say something bad, and this is for everybody, right? You get fired from a job, you get whatever it is. It's not you it's a thing.
It's the brand,
right? It's the brand thing. And you can decide to switch it up when you go to someplace else, stay the same and say, you're wrong, and I'm going to find the market business job that can accept what is special about me. Or you can take that feedback and do something different. And that helped me to stay sane. It also helped me to see when the tides were shifting and I needed to shift. So the tides were shifting because my booty and my body was shifting and getting thicker. And I had to make a decision in the help of my mother. My mother says, I'll be damned if my baby starves herself for these people in black, because the fashion people always wore black. And so we decided to change my career, and instead of trying to get real skinny, I found a different path, a more commercial path that was okay and celebrated curves. And, you guys know those brands and stuff. But yeah, so it's all about the pivot and the shift and the change.
I'm going to keep that word pivot right here in my pocket.
Yes.
It's a positive thing.
Yes.
I like that. And for all of the group of kiddos who are here, what message would you give Teen Tyra? Now that knowing everything that you know now,
Yes.
What would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self a few things. One would be, why are you tripping about him? Like, really? Like, you could be looking at him years from now and he's gonna be chasing you down. Like, really? Like, leave him alone. Like, love does not hurt. Love is supposed to feel nice and feel special and not in your day checking your phone. Did he text me back? Did he text me back? Well, look at the dots. They blink and they blink and no, stop blinking. I don't know what to do. I mean, I was crazy. So I would teach myself, he ain't worth it.
Love that. Prom for my daughter is Saturday. I'm going to play this tape to her. Love that. Why didn't he ask me to the prom? Okay.
Yes.
Love that. You've done so much. What can we expect from you tomorrow?
Yes. So talking about that pivot, I like to think of myself as a Renaissance woman. And I love to surround myself with other Renaissance women and friends and people that are just like, I used to do this and now I do this, right? And so I started as a fashion model, then went to more of a commercial kind of girl next door model, then was TV producing, and now I'm and acting. So I don't like to say I'm an actress.
But you've done some great acting.
I acted. Right? I'm not an author. I wrote some books. I think we have to respect the people that dedicate themselves to that craft. So I had acted. I was in The Fresh Prince, and I wrote some books, but I'm not an author, all right? Not an actor. But I am an entrepreneur.
Yes, you are.
I am a businesswoman.
Yes.
And I have dedicated my life. Where's the OPMers in the room? Can we please stand? Can we just stand? Because I want to tell everybody this before I go. What are the other OPMers in the room? Are you guys here? Okay, over there. Okay, so these amazing people, we all went to the same Harvard Business School program called the Owner President Management Program. It's executive education. It's almost like an executive MBA that you get when you finish after 3 years. And it changed my life and it empowered me to not just go after with this gut that I know that I have for innovation and change and creating things, but to back it up with business. And so Harvard and OPM really changed my life. And now I feel so empowered to have an ice cream business, y'all. Woo!
Ice cream is such a happy thing.
Ice cream. And I have an ice cream business because it is really a love letter to my mother.
Oh, I love that. And I
Yes.
love the name of it, Smize.
Smize and Dreams. So I'm the Smize, and my mama's the Dream. And so when I was 6 years old, I'll tell this quick story before I leave. When I was 6 years old, my parents divorced. I know there are divorced parents in this room. I know there are children of divorce in this room. And it is not easy.
That's hard.
And we went from a 3-bedroom house as a family to a 1-bedroom apartment in not the best neighborhood with my brother and my mother and I. My mother slept on the couch, but before we got the couch, she slept on the floor for months. And my brother and I shared the bedroom. And on that first day, when we were all painting the walls of that apartment together, my mama said, in 1 year, we're going to have a 2-bedroom. And in 1 year, she worked extra hard. And in 1 year, we had a 2-bedroom.
Oh, wow.
First day in that 2-bedroom, we're all painting the walls together. And she said, in 1 year, we're going to have a 3-bedroom. But you're going to see even less of me. I'm going to pick you up from school. I'm going to put a pot pie in the oven. I'm going to go to school. Your brother, who's 7.5 years old, is going to take it out. And you're going to see me when I wake you up in the morning to take you to school. But during this time, and then we got that 3-bedroom in a year. And during this time, every Friday night, my mama said it's girls' night. And so we would get in her white Honda Accord and we would drive to Hollywood Boulevard, and there was a Haagen-Dazs right there, which is now where the Dolby Theater is, where the Academy Awards and all that. It wasn't like that back then. It was not cute. But there was a Haagen-Dazs on the side street off of Hollywood Boulevard, and she would get her chocolate ice cream. I would get my coffee ice cream, and we would sit in the car and she would tell me about her dreams and how she was sacrificing, and the boss that she loved at this job, and the boss that she hated at this job, and the boss that she kind of liked at the third job. And we would talk about my dreams. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I don't know why, child, like dogs. But then over the years, then I wanted to write and produce TV, which I ended up doing later. And she used to talk to me about sacrifice and dedication and focus. So I decided to start an ice cream company.
That's so beautiful.
Smize and Dream, after my mama. And I also teach. I used to teach at Stanford Business School, and I would teach
school that we've all heard of, right?
and I would teach my students. I would say that different is better than better. right? So with Smize and Dream, every pint of our ice cream has like a truffle, like a cookie dough truffle or like a cake truffle or candy truffle at the bottom that stands for my mama saying you have to dig deep to work hard to find those dreams.
That's so beautiful.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you so much, Tyra, for being here. I appreciate you. I wish we had another hour with you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Oh, wasn't that amazing? What an inspirational fireside chat with this mogul businesswoman, my Harvard opium sister. And what a powerful, powerful story. Tyra, of course, we have all watched you throughout the years and admired you from afar. And so happy that we had the opportunity to bring you to Houston, along with a whole lot of people who came here to see you and honor you for your work that you have instilled in young girls and older girls like myself. I'm smizing too. And we want to present you. It is heavy. It's really heavy. We're going to send it to you. With the International Leadership Award from TWEF International. Thank you so much, Tyra, for being here. It is heavy. It's real close.
Hi, everybody. Again, thank you so much for this. This means a lot. And I felt you when you were tearing up about the single mom story. You know, it's real. It's really real. You know, are there single moms in the room now? Single moms? Yes. So this is for you then, right? This is for you guys because yes, you're single mamas, which means you're super women, right? You are super women. My mama is a super woman and I'm standing in front of you guys tonight because of her, right? So this is for all the single mamas, all the single mamas. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
What an amazing chat. Domily and Tyra Banks, thanks so much. All right, so no one can really accomplish anything of great significance alone. So for years now, Deavra has pioneered a great legacy for this organization, and she's done so by getting a little help from her friends. Without developing great relationships with sponsors, it would be very difficult to make this kind of meaningful impact that makes a real difference in the world. This year, the distinction of being title sponsors of the 20th anniversary celebration of the TWEF International Women's Leadership Summit is held by Enterprise Mobility and our media sponsors, Fox 26. Let's give them a big round of applause. And also a big thank you for supporting this organization. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is my time to bring to the stage the one and only Miss Deavra Daughtry. Deavra Daughtry is yes, a round of applause, and then I'm gonna give a little summary. She deserves one. Deavra is an innovative and diverse businesswoman and community leader from right here in Houston, Texas. With more than 1,500 employees, Daughtry is the president and CEO of Excellent Care Management, ECM, one of the nation's largest personal in-home care agencies. ECM has trained more than 20,000 nurses and caregivers. After caring for the grandmother who raised her, she was inspired to help seniors. Daughtry purchased more than 8 acres of land and donated $1 million to build and develop the Empowerment Community Center to continue her outreach efforts in her community. Daughtry has also donated computers, furniture, and cars to college students and raised more than $500,000 in youth scholarships. Her vision continues to serve the underserved community. She currently is in plans to expand and develop to low to moderate housing for women. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Miss Deavra Daughtry.
Great. Oh, this is so awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, we could not do this without our help of our sponsors. And I just want to acknowledge right now one of our the title sponsor, Phil Dyson with Enterprise Mobility. Phil, we have something for you. Would you come to the stage? I'm so tired. And of course, we all know that media is so important these days, and we cannot do without looking at our phones and social media and all the platforms we have now. And so we want to acknowledge our media sponsor, none other than Dartania Babel with Fox. Thank you, Dart, for calling me on that Saturday. And it's not too often you get calls from a general manager and president of Fox who says, look, I want to see how I can support and how I can help. And he and his team, Donnelly, Caroline, the whole Fox team, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here, Dart. I appreciate you always coming through for us. Thank you. So many of our sponsors are here, and it's so many. I don't want to call the names of all of them, but Charles Schwab, Comerica, HEB, just that helps with our program continue. And not only that, we have to be supportive. I'm at war when it comes to education. Imarian, and we're getting ready to go. Imarian, is Imarian here? I know I saw him earlier. Can you please come up? Imarian has been with us, part of the TWF Scholar, ever since he was 8 years old. And if you saw Charles, you saw the before pictures. I love you. And Imarian has been an Eagle Scholar ever since he was 8 years old. Y'all see his picture? Yeah. He look a little different, right? So Imarian he has graduated, and now he is attending Texas State University. Yes. So proud of him. He has a 4.0 GPA, A's and B's, right? Carrie Douglas, this is the reason why we're here. Thank you. I appreciate you. Carrie bought our first sound system when we were just had moved into the Empowerment Center. Imarian, on March the 27th, right after Easter, sent me a text. You want to read the text? Sure. Can you do it? Okay.
You want me to read the text verbatim?
Yeah, however you want to do it. It's there, but you can read it. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna do it my way. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? She told me not to write a speech, but I'm sorry. I wrote a speech.
But we gotta hurry up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make it fast. Pretty much the situation was, life struggles. And, I came home from break after my aunt passed tragically from cancer. I came home for a break, and when I came home for that break, I didn't get a break. As students, we have to go through school. We have to go through a lot of things that we don't always communicate to our parents and the older people because you get, sometimes they don't get it. Sometimes they don't understand. Being the first to go to college, I was very proud to have that opportunity to be able to do that. And, it's sometimes a struggle to keep up with grades and keep up with life struggles and the bills. When I was 14, it didn't matter to me because, I was hearing that the bills were keep coming, but you don't know till you're in it. So in terms of what I sent her, it was just pretty much a plea for help. I came home after my aunt passed looking to be with my family and get some support. And my dog passed away. My car was broken into, vandalized, stolen. Just life's traumas and life situations. I feel like the outlook, the purpose, and the mindset behind staying positive and staying strong and knowing that, situations happen to the strongest of people for many reasons. I I found a place in her, in this company, and these people to find some type of safe haven. You know, sometimes you need those people to talk to that aren't people that you sleep next to or that you are 2 doors down from you. So in totality, that's what it was. These people, the people that are here, I appreciate you. Ebony, Chaz, the whole TWF organization, the scholarship liaison who couldn't be here today, the people who are so kind to us, I just want to thank you all for coming and for her help and giving me this opportunity to even speak in front of you guys. I'm just so thankful. I appreciate you.
So I know, of course, we are here because Tyra was phenomenal, but we are here because it's a why. And not only is a why, Phil, it's who. Who can we help? This young man, I had the opportunity to watch him grow up. I know, we're gonna do good, right? Okay. But he's in our scholarship program. So we call him, we have the coordinator, Erica Lee, she contacts him, he reports to her. So we make sure that 4.0 is always there and try to sustain him. So when he texts me on March the 27th, I was actually driving. I had just thought I had got a table sold, and I was so happy. And then somebody said, no, we can't support right now. And I was so low. And Lynn Black called me right after that in 1 hour. She said, guess what? I want to increase my sponsorship for you. She said, I was going to give one amount, but you know what? I want to double it. And she heard me on the phone, you know, so excited, tears rolling. And Lynn said, Deavra, get off the accelerator. I hear you going faster, faster. But because I had him in mind. And Marian, we don't want you to have to struggle in school. He's working how many jobs?
Well, right now it's 3, but it's planning to be 4 for the summer.
With a 4.0. Okay. Chaz and Ebony, if you could come and bring the special gift that we have for Marian. His grandmother is here as well. Okay, let me just be real with y'all family. Y'all family corner me, right? Okay, we wrote on the check and we thought we can wipe it off, and it doesn't come off. Okay, so that's what they've been trying to figure out, how to get the writing off the check. No problem, because guess what, Reggie? You made it good, right? Our money's good, right? My co-host, our money's good. Y'all get it? So we're gonna pretend for pictures, right? Amarian, on behalf of TWF and all the people in this room who have donated and supported the cause, we would like to present you today, because we don't want you to have to struggle working 5 jobs, keeping a 4.0 A and B average, and still cannot pay your necessities, the cost of living, gas, cars to get back and forth to school. So we're going to present you with $10,000 today. Y'all pretend it's 10, it's really safe. Y'all give it up for Amarian. This is why we here. We're here. It says 30. That was another day. Not today, but he gonna get 10 today for sure. Thank y'all so much for coming. I appreciate y'all. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. This has been a beautiful event. Y'all continue to support TWF. I think the barcodes is coming up. You have information on your tables, how to support. A lot of you did not know who we were and what we do and how we did it, but now you know. And when you think about TWF, think about the generous donation that's needed, the war, because I need you as my corner man. I'm fighting. How many of y'all gonna fight with me? Frank Hunter, I know you got me. Y'all got us, right? And so we can continue to support these Eagle Scholars. I love you. Have a great and amazing day.